So Napheesa Collier has officially signed with Jordan Brand. She joins Ron Howard, Jordan Canada, Kia Nurse, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, and Jason Tatum. After inking the deal, she was quoted in saying, "Jordan Brand represents greatness, and I feel like that is something that I've always aspired to be and want to be a part of." It's important to note that she's been endorsed by Nike since 2020. We mostly see her rocking the Kobe 9 Elite Lows in white and black, so it's going to be interesting and a little bit weird for me to see her in a Jordan shoe. She actually started wearing the Jordan shoe in like game 1 of the regular season. I was like, this seems fishy. Like, what's going on? Because she's literally worn that Kobe 9 Elite like for a while. This is just weeks after the A1 release, and it's been a highly successful campaign. And knowing the two are so competitive, I wonder if that was any influence, or if that had any influence to Napheesa switching to the subsidiary of Nike, which is Jordan Brand. There has never been a woman athlete to have a signature shoe with Jordan Brand, and I'm really hoping that Collier becomes that first, because there's no question if her talent is worthy enough. It's really a matter of how are they going to market her. I think Collier is an amazing athlete. I love her game. She's obviously one of the best in the WNBA, but for some reason, she just isn't as popular as her counterparts like A'ja Wilson or even Angel Reese, who is a newer WNBA athlete. I've been wondering what it could be. Like, what is the reason that she's just not as likable? And what I'm landing on after just watching interviews and watching other like short documentaries that have been put out about Napheesa over the years is that I think she just may be too perfect. People don't like things that seem unreal. And I think that she's so well put together that people don't understand her. When I look at A'ja Wilson and why she's likable, I think it's her vulnerability. I feel like we know A'ja. We know about her love for her family. We know about her struggle with dyslexia. We know about her influence of her grandmother even before the OG Pearl dropped. We've seen her be vulnerable in press conferences. We've seen her cry. A similar thing with Angel Reese. We've seen Angel struggle publicly. We've seen her be vulnerable. We know that she has overcome a lot. But with Fee, we just don't know that story. And it's not like the story isn't there. Everybody has some points of struggle, and everybody can be vulnerable. It's a matter of packaging it. When I think of how they could market her, I think that for one, she's all business. And when you really watch her, she does have a funny personality because she doesn't play for real. She can get a little spicy. I don't know how comfortable she is, but I think the story of her parents is something that could be interesting to people. She's the daughter of an immigrant. Her father is from Sierra Leone, and he's the son of a representative of the United Nations. That further drives how much, she's about her business. She's really an advocate for social justice, for social issues. She stood her ground with Stephen A. on First Take, and that is, honestly, I commend her for even going on First Take. But when there was this whole announcement about the Indiana Fever having more games on national television than the New York Liberty, who are the reigning champs, she stood up for the Liberty and really all of the WNBA, saying that they can absolutely put more games for the Indiana Fever on TV because obviously Caitlin Clark is someone that a lot of people want to see, but there's also other teams that are popular, that have a lot of talent, that should be televised. And she stood up for the W in that moment, and she continues to stand up, even with her being the co-founder of Unrivaled. How many opportunities that she's presented and opened up for other players. So she's very unselfish. She's about the bottom line, and she's one of the best players on this earth. I can't forget to add that she's an ambassador for US Bank, and her focus has been on initiatives for financial literacy with women. She was born in Missouri, which is very similar to Maya Moore, and now she's playing on the same team that Maya Moore played on. So I think that is another way that they can start to market her more. Like, we need to bring Maya into this. Like, yes, we've mentioned it. I think the comparison has been there for a while, but I want to see some marketing with both Maya Moore and Napheesa Collier, especially since Maya was also a Jordan Brand athlete. So it's giving feminist, it's giving social justice advocate, it's giving mother, it's giving working mom. It's giving she definitely deserves a signature shoe. Even though this is a great opportunity for Fee, I can't lie that when I heard the announcement, I was disappointed because there has not been a single Jordan brand shoe that I would want to wear as a person that loves sneakers. Aesthetically, the styles, the designs just have not been there. I think there was maybe one Carmelo Anthony shoe back in the day that I would have considered wearing, but anything outside of that is like, it's like almost like Jason Tatum is like almost like I almost like them, but it's just something. They need to bring in some of the designers. Well, I don't know if this guy's retired or not, but the designer from Jordan's retro, nothing past the Jordan 22 though. Anything past Jordan 22, they can keep that. They need to specifically be looking at Jordans 1 through 21 for inspiration if they're going to give her a signature shoe, which I believe they should be doing. They should be thinking, especially driving off of the success of Asia Wilson. And if Jordan Brand wants to, be a contender in the athletic where in getting more athletic endorsements, I think it's time for them to open up the floodgates for a woman to have a signature shoe, because the talent level is only rising, because we got Juju coming up. We got Malaysia Fawali coming up. We got so many elusive athletes that this is just the beginning, and Napheesa Collier can spearhead this whole movement for Jordan Brand. Something that I also noticed about Fee is that in her interviews, she doesn't really give as much as her personality as she's given in the past when she did the tea with A and Fee. And it honestly took a few minutes into the episode for her to become comfortable and start showing more of who she is. So I think that she may need to just go through some marketing classes or work with a PR person so she can start to present more of her personality on screen, because we really don't see it that much. And I think when it does come out, that's why it's off-putting for people. Because I know that social media was in an uproar during Unrivaled when she said, "Give me that shit," to Angel Reese's back. Everybody's like, what? Fee hasn't done that. But honestly, Fee has gotten into little spicy moments with other players, like the whole waving goodbye and Nneka Ogwumike. And Nneka and Fee love each other, but she definitely waved Nneka goodbye after a little squabble on the floor. Not like they weren't fighting or anything, but it was just a little moment that they had, and it was a spicy moment, and it was so funny to me. I would love to see a little bit more of that. She doesn't have to take on that character on the court, but just those little moments in showing who she is, how funny she could be, showing the side of her that people love about athletes. I really hope Jordan slow cooks this. I don't want them to rush anything out, because they need to take their time, because Nike just put on a masterclass on storytelling and how to market women. I know they're going to start with PEs. They're probably going to start with like a Luka Doncic PE or a Jason Tatum PE. If they're going to use any silhouette, I hope she uses the Jason Tatum silhouette, because I think out of the Jason Tatum and the Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum has the better silhouette for her to really express herself. But man, I'm just not going to enjoy this part, because I really liked her playing in the Kobe Elite. I feel like that fit her personality, the Mamba mentality. We also have to start getting some Napheesa Collier taglines. Now is the start of more. We need more from Napheesa Collier. We need more from the Minnesota Lynx. Their social media team has to do better with showing off the personality of their team, because they're probably one of the most unliked teams in the league. And it's not because of their play. I mean, one, a lot of people call them boring, which I can understand why they call them a boring team, because they're a team that doesn't have the temperament of like showing off, other than Courtney Williams. But there's a market, there's a niche for everything. They just have to find their voice. Once they find their voice, they can go from there. At this point, she needs to hire some of the Unrivaled reps to represent her throughout the season, to follow her career throughout this season, document everything, document the little moments at home. We basically need a Napheesa Collier reality show. It has to start now in order for this brand deal to be successful, as I'm sure she wants it to be. And as successful as I want it to be for her, because I think that she deserves her flowers. I love everything that she's doing for growing the game. It's really bigger than what we can conceptualize. Like, I am so proud of Unrivaled and what it has been able to do, and the doors that it's already opening, and the doors it's going to open down the line, and how it's transforming the WNBA as well. But what are your thoughts? How do you feel about Napheesa Collier? Do you like Nike over Jordan, Jordan over Nike? Do you like some of the Jordan brand signature shoes? Let's talk hoops. Let's talk shoes.